Is going on, guys? How y'all doing? So today I'm gonna be walking you guys through on how to be able to get into a project on Unity, either for a fan game or copy. So first, what you're gonna want to do is either go into your Chrome, your whatever you use. I use Opera, so it could be whatever you use really. And the fun thing about it is all you gotta do is search up Unity Hub, just like this, and it might show up as one of the first Google searches. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to the Unity, start your creative projects, download the Unity Hub, and then you're gonna download for Windows. And while that downloads, or when it does download, sorry, when it does download, what we're gonna be doing is it's gonna pop up like this. You're gonna be different because it's gonna tell you to sign in. What you're gonna do is sign in. You're not gonna have any projects here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the side, click installs, official pre-releases, install editor, archive, download archive. One more time. You're going to go to installs, pre-releases, install editor, archive, and download archive. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to bring you to all their Unity stuff. Now, you never want to download something where it has a security alert, mainly because that's going to tell you, half of your projects won't load. What I would do is go to 23. You can do 23, 22, or 21. Those are the ones I would recommend. 23 has a lot of errors. So I use 2023.3.62. Now you can use that too, or you can come over here to 2022.3.62. Like I said, this one. Or really any ones that don't have any errors, security alerts, stuff like that. Because all of these will work. All you have to be wary of is, will it work with what you're trying to do? So let's say you have a Gorilla Tag fan game template and it tells you to use Unity 6. You have to be careful that you don't download any of these, and it's only one of these, Unity 6.2. Or you can go right here and go to installs and official releases, and it'll probably pop up with something here. But anyways, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna click download on whatever one you want. I'm just gonna do this one, and then you're just gonna click open right here. It's gonna bring you up here, and it's gonna have a drop down right here where it's gonna download. Now once this is all done and everything, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to new project, 3D built-in render pipeline. Make sure your editor version is on the one you want, because it might have made you automatically download Unity 6. So you're gonna have to click this drop down to click whatever one you've done. Unity organization should just be whatever you're a part of, or what you logged in with. Change your name to what you're gonna be remembering. So I'm just gonna do test. And then the location is up to you. I would recommend either download or make a folder. So all you have to do is right click, go to new, go to folder, and then just rename the folder what you want. Open it, and then if you need to make another folder, or just select this, and it'll go here. You don't need Unity version control, mainly because that's only if you're sharing the project you're going to be using. And then click create project. So now once this loads, so now for your Unity project, you're going to see a lot of things. It probably had gotten you with compiling scripts and stuff like that. So what you would start doing is just make the scene how you want it to look. uh, preferably how big you want your scene to be. Then what I would do is just get rid of the directional light and main camera. You really have no need for these. So what you're going to want to do if you want to multi-select things, you're going to hold shift, click the first thing, and then click the second thing. Right click, go down to delete. Now, sample scene, you could either rename this as well to your like main scene. So how to do that is you're not going to see all these. You're probably just going to see project and console. You're going to want to go to scenes right here. Just wait for it to load. You're going to want to open up scenes, and then you're going to want to right click, rename. I'm just going to name it test. And then boom, it's renamed. So now if you ever have multiple scenes in your one project, you know which ones you're going to have to go into. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Window, Package Manager. You're going to go up here in Packages. You're going to go into Unity Registry. Go up to the search bar. Look up Pro Builder. Boom. And then we're just going to install this. It's going to work. Basically what Pro Builder does is it lets you use like 3D objects. And it is just basically a lot easier to make maps with. And now, also, once this is done, I'm going to have to walk you through something that a lot of people struggle with sometimes. Mainly because it won't always, depending on the project, it won't always let you drag and drop things from your, like, downloads. So, like, you see how I have, I'll show you how to import things with the fan game templates here soon. But, like, say I went to I went here, and then I wanted to get, like, textures. So, like, textures or ambient CGs, textures.com or ambient CGs will always be a good place to go if you're looking for just, like, different textures or ambient CG. These will both be in the description of the video as well. Whatever, I would recommend ambient CGs for just materials, and then textures maybe. I don't use textures a lot. So let's say I wanted a wood. All I have to do is look up a wood, let it load, boom, whole bunch of different woods. I'm just gonna choose this one. I would recommend either going the 2K PNG or the 1K PNG, depending on how you want it to look in your game. I'm gonna download the 2K PNG. As that downloads, I'm going to go back into my Unity project because Pro Builder has installed. Now, you're going to want to go up here next to Windows. It's going to say Tools. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to Pro Builder and then Pro Builder Window. And then you're just going to drag it up next to your inspector. Now, you probably won't have all of these, but as soon as I move it over, it's going to look the same. Boom. Right next to my inspector. Now, how you're going to start with this is downloaded now, but you're going to go to new shape, and then it really depends on what kind of map you're going for, so I'll show you both ways. A plane, you can just drag it into like a square, because you usually would use a plane for like your forest maps. So, now, how you would do this is first off, you would go up here to your like point selector, your side selector, whatever it's called, I forget. You're gonna hold down shift and then click all the edges until you see them all orange. Boom. Now you're gonna click Control E. What that does is it extrudes the faces out so you can move them up. Boom, bam, bop. Boom. Now you have a little map. And then if you click extrude one more time, but you don't want to bring it up, now you want to take it over to your scale tool. Take the little cube in the middle and pull it out. Now what that does is it essentially makes a moving map. Now just repeat the process. Go back to your tool. Push it up. Now you can take this up however you want it, but I'm just going to show you if you were just going to do one layer. This works for any layers, how many layers you want to do. You can take it in with the, first you want to extrude, and then take the scale tool, take it inward instead, and then take this, move it up. That makes it to where they cannot actually get in or out of your map. Now, to bring in different like materials you want to do whatever you downloaded. You want to click extract all, extract. Now that's there. You want to go into here, and then it's going to be the color. So you want to drag the color into your project. And you might have just seen that little like errors sign that pops up every once in a while. Now if that doesn't work the way you wanted it to, you're just going to go here. Then you're just going to go import new asset. And then it's going to be like, it's going to be in your downloads. Same thing. If you already extracted it, it's not going to be a problem. Go to color, import. It's the same way. It's just easier if you drag and drop. So now, essentially, what you're going to want to do is you're going to create a material. And then name it whatever you want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go here, go to your inspector. And then you're going to want to drag the wood up into your albedo. Turn down the smoothness to 0. And then basically what the material does is this like helps you if you're just trying to select separate faces. So like if I just wanted to make this, say you have a grass texture and you want it to be all grass. All you have to do now is take this material. Okay, sorry, I'm wrong. You want to, you want to drag and drop it onto your materials first, and then click Control Z, and then it'll drag and drop. Because basically, what it does when it covers the entire map, it's rendering it as a material. And then it looks weird because it's so clumped. What you can do is you can go down into the materials, go to tiling and offsetting underneath emission, and what that does is it makes it longer for tiling offset, and then this just makes it longer and wider, sorry. So like boom, see, that's how I wanted it. Now it looks like that in game. So there's a certain like a simple like force map. It works also the same way I just showed you to import like the wood. It works for grass and everything. Now, how to make like, let's say you're going for like a horror game and you don't want the forest map to start. Now you can just drag in, make sure you're on cube, go to new shape, cube, make it to the size you want, and then bring it up how high you want. Boom. Now, you might go inside and then it doesn't look like you can do anything inside. You're going to want to flip normals. Boom. Now, when you're inside, it looks like a normal map. Then you're going to want to face selection. Go to whatever face you want to switch, and then click subdivide faces. And then subdivide faces one more time. So click it twice for that kind of like open door map look. Then click Control E and then bring it out. And now you have a little map layout. So same thing with like, I wanted to make this for a wood texture. Now you don't have to drag and drop because it does that automatically now. So I'm gonna shift click all of these, drag and drop my wood. Now my wood is only the floor and not the actual map. Make sure you don't drag and drop this because that'll make it everything, and it won't look the same as what you had it because it doesn't have the same material as the wood. So now the wood looks different and this looks different. This is what you changed it to, this isn't. So that's how you make different maps inside Unity. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that it may be long. I'm still kind of trying to learn myself, so I just hope you guys can stay with me for the journey, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching.